Texas. I used to live there.
Mission, Texas. It's on the border of Mexico and Texas.
Awesome. Cool.
Where did you live in Texas?
Huh?
Where did you live?
I used to be in San Antonio and also in Fort Hood.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you a veteran?
Yes, definitely.
Oh, thank you for your happy your day.
Thank you.
How's everything going?
It's going good. So many ideas and so many projects, right?
Yes. Yes. Just trying to keep it real, like focused and organized on just what we're learning instead of, because it can get crazy with all the ideas that because of everything we're learning, like to go here, to go there, to do this, to do that. And so I'm just trying to keep it focused. It's hard.
Yeah, I make an outline and kind of like that's the only way I can figure out. Like I make an outline and then just get back to it and do a table of content and everything just to keep it organized and to because sometimes you have to go back and listen again, right? So
big time. So tell me, have you launched your podcast already?
I'm actually collecting the interviews right now. So then, once doing all the publishing and stuff like that, then we'll be out in the public.
Very good. Very good. Well, I'm excited to have hopefully an opportunity. Tell me what it's about.
So the idea is to inspire entrepreneurship, especially military women, veterans, and military spouses, to inform, educate. So, you learn from others, right?
Yeah.
So every entrepreneur, everybody already did what new entrepreneurs are going to start with. So there's always golden nuggets and stuff that you can learn. So that's the idea, is to kind of get a platform to inform, and eventually also bring them in the podcast as well, because it'd be another way to help them along.
Yes, I love it. Yeah, I remember reading one of your posts and I thought, what an awesome niche, because they're having to follow usually if it's the wife or the husband of the soldier or the veteran, they're having to follow, and they never figure what doing what they want, what are their dreams, can they realize them following their husband and supporting their husband or wife. So I love that so much.
Yeah, they had to continually start over every 2-3 years. And it's hard. And not every job you can take with you. Not every profession you can take with you. So it's hard. And, the divorce rate is really high. And that's one of the reasons.
I can imagine. They feel unsettled, there's no grounding, they don't get to nest.
No, and you walk away from your family. And the same for the military and the veterans. And the veterans is the other side of the story, where you unplug for the military life, and now you have to adjust because you lose that military support. It's still there, but it's completely different way.
Because you're when you're there, you it's your family.
Mm-hmm.
And you have them all the time. Oh, and how are you? How did you do after or through?
I started school because I eventually was in a place long enough to start school.
Yeah.
And then I fell into entrepreneurship, and I think entrepreneurship gave me a new focus. So I think I can help others that way.
Yeah, because of your experience.
Yeah, because I come from it I did the profession. I did the background, the military. So I bring all the experience with me. Then I went back to school after 20 years, so I had to relearn how to learn, right? But
Yeah,
it kind of open you up to be able to learn. So having that mix of military skills and all that stuff, and being able to be a learner again, I think that's an amazing thing for entrepreneur, because that's what entrepreneurship is all about, right?
constant, constant,
Constant.
and putting out fires every day.
Exactly.
Like learning how to like, okay, another change, another change, another change. Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to have the skills, and you have to have the willingness to do that.
Yeah.
And
Commitment.
but it does keep things interesting, and it's just a new purpose, right? So
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. I love it.
Thank
Well,
you.
congratulations. I'm excited to see this happen for you.
Yes. Hopefully we see how it gets there, one break at a time. What about
Yeah.
you? Tell me about you.
Absolutely. So I'm a personal branding coach. I am a recovering publicist who, through the changes of communication and learning, like always waking up every day and being like, where is people's attention? I have to ask myself that so that I am of service to my clients. It started to pivot because of social media. So I got, not being born into it because I'm 47. But I immediately, because of being a publicist, I immediately saw the value of being able to build community and influence because of social media. And so over a decade ago, like I got into it heavily, and all of the new apps and everything that pops out, learn it to be able to help build that brand for my client on there. But it's taken a lot of changes because my passion lies in helping small business rise, help them build influence, help them build community. And usually it's really expensive for them to become a brand until now because of social media. And so the way that it has changed, I now have taken all of my expertise, all of the ways that you use social media to communicate, because it's no longer a highlight reel. It's no longer where you just put your logo and you put an ad and you sell something. Nobody wants that anymore. They want this. They want connection. That's what social media is about now. And it really highlights who you are because they see history. So no longer is it a brand new app and it's like, oh, I'm pretty, let's do this. Let's, like now they're going, do they really do that? How, like, what purpose, what is their purpose? What have they done in the community? And I go like this because literally you're like this, like when people are researching you. So what I do is I take people who have had success, who are in a business, who are actually a little pissed off that they have to do it on social media. I hold their virtual hand and I help them ease in so that they see the opportunities, because the opportunity is there. You and me and Fortune 500, we're all sitting at the same table. There is no difference. Social media is social media. You don't have to have money to actually build influence on social media. Where you have to have money is when you want to reach millions of people at one time. But as a small business, that's not what you want. You want to build community. So I teach people how that it's not, first of all, I ease their pain with, oh my God, they're going to judge me. What if nobody likes my stuff? All those things that happen in the head. It's irrelevant when you're actually building quality community, when you're building a thriving community that is mutual. So you can have 100 people on social media, and when it's thriving and you're invested in each other, it's very lucrative.
Right.
So I teach people how to get there to a space of, okay, I'm open, because once you're ready, once my core customer, which is somebody highly intelligent, has a lot of wisdom, has been through a lot already, has had a life, has had success, has had failures, but they're kind of like, oh, like, I don't like it. I don't understand it. I don't know it. And they don't like being there. They don't like to be that person. And so I help them understand that they were that person when computers came out. They were that person when a smartphone came out. They were, you know, like, and we adapted and we killed it. And now we use it as a resource to be able to build our business. Same thing. Social media is the same thing, but even more powerful because you can connect. Like you can really build relationships. Like you and I can become best friends and do this every other day. And we're really going to know each other. We're going to know each other's families. We're going to know what our likes and dislikes are. I'm going to know how to help you. You're going to know how to help me. It's real.
Yes.
It's real. So that's what I do. I teach people I extract their magic and teach them how to build community and influence on social media.
That's amazing.
Thank you. I love it.
That's amazing. Yeah, actually, you know, social media can be a tool. Some people become enslaved to it, but you actually need to use it as what it is. The purpose is another tool for you to be there to get your message across. You know, don't
like in anything, it can be used for good or you can be used for evil. And I tell people all the time, when you encounter evil, block and delete. Like my community is so beautiful. It's curated, it's thriving, it's engaging, it's positive. Do we talk about important issues like Black Lives Matter and Vanessa Guillen? And yes, of course we talk about it. But we talk about it with respect, and we can be on different sides and we connect to learn. And if it's something that we don't relate to, or it's something that becomes like insulting, or block and delete. Like I'm not here to convince anybody of anything. I'm here to be of service. I'm here to uplift and empower. I'm not here to I don't want to make anybody see the world the way I see it. I want to enhance your way of seeing the world. I want to enhance your community, your possibilities. Like it has nothing to do with me. And I teach people how to do that because they get really, there's a debilitating fear between people that are very intelligent, that have done a lot in their life, and social media, who have not adapted to social media, who have not adopted it as a way of building their influence. There is a real debilitating fear. And we have to overcome that first, because the possibilities are limitless. They're literally limitless, which is amazing.
Yeah, and I think with a lot of what's going on right now with all the quarantine, the words kind of become unplugged, right? So how many new technologies are going to come out of this? Because this become the new normal. You know,
it is the new normal.
It's the new normal, and it's going to stay. It only take 23 days to become a habit. So we're already past that point. It's already a habit.
And my pain is the people who resisted for so long. Now they're like, how am I going to connect? How am I going to build? How am I going to continue? And the thing is, they just need to do it. They just need to be open to just do it. And sometimes that's all you need to hear. Sometimes you just need to hear somebody who's like, my biggest accomplishment is my husband. He's 57 years old. He was a small town mayor. Didn't even know how to attach a file to an email. Like he was like, to being on the Discovery Channel as a border expert. Wow. Like, it's true story. Because he saw, all he wanted was, I want to be of service, and I want to be approachable to the people I serve. Well, you have social media, andale. And he was like, oh my God, that's it. And I'm like, if you really want that, you want to be transparent, here it is. And so he did it. And there was a lot of resistance. There was a lot of resistance for 3 to 4 years against him, because it was like, you're just wanting to be seen, because it was unknown still, until it was like, something happened to a traffic light, there was a storm coming in, there was like, let's go to Mayor Villareal's, he'll know what to do. He probably already posted what to do, to become a resource. And that's the power, to Discovery Channel finding him. It's real. And it happens over time. It doesn't happen overnight. And that's why I love sharing his story, because obviously he has me, you know, as a wife, right, that does this and is very passionate to the power of it. So he got that coaching every day, you know, until he surpasses me. He's like very engaged, very, very engaged, he takes it, it's a responsibility once you become a resource. It's a responsibility once you become that person that people count on and depend on.
Yeah, and we all had the ability to learn, right? And we want to control the narrative because it's there. Even if you don't use it, somebody else will use it, and they will be talking about you. So you need to use it. You need to get into it.
And you have a beautiful story, like just everything you've done and then everything you want to do, like how you want to help, you know, the wives and husbands of our service men and women. I think that's going to be amazing. It's going to reach people who nobody talks about.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody talks about them. Nobody thinks about them.
Yeah. But they're like some of the most important people in our society, right?
Yes.
You know.
Yes, they're part of the support team. They're part of why their husband or wife is effective, can go off and either, you know, be of service or be destructive, one of the two.
Yeah. They need that support because when you deploy and you're 6 months to a year away, now you have to have that trust. You have to have that support in order to stay cool-headed, you know, to start and not having to worry about what's going on back home when you're supposed to be focusing on the mission, right?
I can't imagine. Honestly, like I hear you and I'm like, I can't even imagine.
Because it's hard. Either way, it's going to be hard because you're leaving your family behind. But, you know, it make it a little bit easier. So, yeah. And they definitely need the spotlight and they need the support because I think if we had the support, we're a lot happier, right? We need to be the best version of ourselves always.
Yeah, or at least strive to it every day.
Yeah, at least try. Because if you didn't try, you don't even know how far can you get, right?
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. So what? Tell me a little bit more about like you doing a video course as well? Are you doing any projects?
I have my low ticket item course. I actually created another one that because you know Pete taught us how to like do an add-on. So I was going through the list of like, okay, I'm just gonna do everything he says. Like literally when I committed to this, I was like, I'm not even gonna render an opinion. I'm just gonna do what he says. I'm gonna do what they say, and that's it. And that's kind of like what I've done. Like I just get the homework and I do it. And sometimes cry like I can't do it. I don't know. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get it done. No matter if it's horrible but I'm just gonna get it done, right? To get the skill and then perfect. So I did an add-on. So I have 2 courses. And then the event's July 18th, which is going to be a free event and a VIP. So my husband and I are teaching all day. So I have that. And then from there, I want to do an intensive, which is, he calls it the challenge. Like he wants us to do a challenge. Like he wants us to do and it is a challenge because it's a 4-week challenge, but I call it an intensive because it's, it's a lot. But my goal is if 1 person signs up or 4 sign up, my goal is 4, that they walk away being able to comfortably feel empowered to do their branding on all platforms. Like they walk away going, I got this. It doesn't matter even if you've never been on social media. That's my goal. And so
that's amazing.
I know. It is amazing, and it can happen if whoever does it, if anyone does it, because at the end of the day, this is what I committed to myself. If I don't have anybody sign up for it, then I'm going to do it and record, like if I am doing it with somebody, because that's going to be a very powerful course. Because that's still my goal. Because my intent isn't, the money will come. My intent is to serve as many people as possible, because I see the disconnect, and they're going to feel it. Those people who have worked so hard and has done so much, they're going to feel the decline on their business in a few years. They're going to feel it. There's no way, because of the way that we communicate, the way that we take in information, the way that we make decisions, it's on social media.
Yeah, nowadays that's all what it is about right now. That's the only way we're connecting. I think social media would have gone right now. A lot of people will go even crazier, because that's how we keep in touch.
Yeah, thank God. I feel like I'm making more friends now that I am not so chaotically busy, because I was a part of a ton of boards, doing a ton of events, and so my business was kind of like an afterthought, because of word of mouth. And I had dreams of building, but they were just dreams because I was too busy. So this has been this has been a good thing for me to for everything to just stop and be able to concentrate on building something, a scalable business, building something that can empower as many people as possible, instead of one at a time on coaching, which I still do, obviously, and I still want to do, but I want to do it a little differently. I want, yeah.
But I think that's the value of doing video courses and doing all these, because all this stuff is already getting recorded, and how many more people can you reach with the same powerful message, right? Yes. So once you do it once, but the effect keep repeating and repeating, so it's a powerful magic.
Yeah, done right. And I'm patient. I understand it's going to take time. But I'm learning. I mean, I don't know if you feel the same way, but I feel like I'm learning skills that I wouldn't have been able to do anywhere. So many at one time, so many that are so crucial to build a solid business. So crucial to build the foundation of a scalable business. You don't get this anywhere.
No,
you don't get this in school. I'm sorry, but you don't get this they don't teach you like this, because they're not even updated to do business the way that business is done now. Mm-hmm. This is how business is done.
Yeah, and it's definitely, I know, at least for me, it really has been life-changing, where it pushed me to do a lot of new firsts. I had my own first Facebook group. I started doing Zoom and podcasts. I started going live. So, because once you accomplish one thing, then what's going to stop you?
Yes. Yes.
So definitely putting yourself out there, and then everybody has a story to tell. Everybody has skills, experiences, and they even bring it with a different perspective of how you look at things. So how many stories can you tell?
Endless. It's endless. And it would be so awesome. I mean, this is just me I can't help myself, but I see opportunity for you, if I'm going to just share it. But it would be so awesome. You know how you want to share a story that will connect with your core customer, so that they are okay, oh, I could do that. I could build that business, or I could use that, or, get ideas so that they can build something for themselves. How cool if you had a series of different people who did something like what I did, right? And then they had, they got certain things for free, or they got, where it was because, here's the support for you to be able to do it. And then you had somebody else who came in with like accounting, you know, like accounting apps and so resources out there that people don't really talk about that would help a small business, you know. And then like and then they had like a tutorial for them. They were like able to tap in because they were the spouse of, you know, a serviceman or a woman. Like I think like how cool would that be to actually give them like little tools to build their foundation that they could do the course. Like, you know, they could do the course, or they could do the tips, or they could do the framework or the worksheet or the whatever anybody wanted to give them that actually was like tangible and actionable.
Yeah.
Like, so you would be a university just for them. Like you'd be their university. Like they knew, ooh, she's coming out with another podcast. I wonder what we're going to learn, and I wonder what I can download, you know?
Yeah, build their own supply chain. Like start smart from the beginning. Yes. And, you know, don't just go and spend money on stuff that you don't need.
So much out there.
There's so many scams, you know.
There's so many scams, but there's so much out there, like resources, you know, like to stay organized. There's Trello, and there's Google Docs, and there's Google Sheets and forms, and, you know, like it's you don't have to pay a dime for any of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's just there is a lot.
There's definitely resources. It's just, I think sometimes people go for the shiny objects and want to spend all the money up front, and now guess what, you run out for actually doing the money actually doing the business. You know, start lean, start small, and grow big.
I've been there because I've done that.
I think everybody's done it in some way.
I mean, I've done that like so many times. Oh,
that's but that kind of, you know, it kind of teach you, right?
So it really does. You get to it really does. Yeah. But to share those also, those stories, you know, they see people probably who like look like they have it together or whatever, and it's like, oh, it wasn't always like that. You know, like they need to hear that part.
Yeah, then don't. You have to scale a big mountain just to get to the top, right? You know, there's no elevator to the top.
One step at a time. It takes one step at a time. Yeah. I don't know if you've read Atomic Habits, but it was like such a big aha moment for me. Like I couldn't put the book down. I actually like heard it audible, and then I got the book, and now I have the book there, and I'll grab it because it's about how when you commit in a way that every single day you're just taking just a little step, but you set it in motion where you never stop taking that step. You only build on those steps. So maybe taking social media. You've never done it before. I don't know how. Okay, that's fine. Let's start somewhere. Let's start somewhere with just sharing on stories. You're just going to share every single day, 15 seconds. It doesn't matter if it's about your coffee. It's just to be able to push the button, put your face on there, just like share, just to release the fear of the unknown. And don't even go look at it. It disappears in 24 hours, so who cares? But doing that baby step will get them later to get curious about other things where they're like, okay, in 30 days, I'll just do that step. And in 30 days, I'm going to then start to post, you know, and start to do long form content. And so all of a sudden, a year later, they're doing campaigns, they're building community, they're doing business. I had this 73, he's actually 74, Jerry, veteran. He, Century 21, super successful. Didn't even know how to download Instagram. He was so cute. And so taught him, then, you know, in talking, people connect not to what you do for business. They connect with like who you are, your personality, like what you like. And he always changed his socks every day. Like every day he had a really fun pair of socks. And so, and he'd wear socks to the gym, like fun socks to the gym. He'd wear to like go sell a home, show a home, whatever. So I told him, why don't you show your socks every day? Like that'll help you get used to the buttons. Just share your socks, post about them, why you bought them, why you love them. Within a year, that's all he did. He built up it from 0 to 500 people. He sold 2 houses from Instagram.
Wow.
Okay,
that's powerful.
That's powerful. Like, it's like, but every day he shared his socks. Oh my God, I love these avocado socks. Like, he would share, like, because, you know, they remind me of my favorite meal, like just fun, cute, adorable about his socks.
Yeah. It's a story, like I say. You know, people love stories, so you had to.
Baby steps of what you can accomplish.
Mm-hmm. And have a conversation, even if somebody's not talking in the other end. They're still listening.
It is a conversation. Because once they do talk to you, if they send you a direct message or if they post a comment on a post, that's a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
That's a conversation that just started. Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I like it.
Hey.
So any other project, or that's what you have going on right now? I know there's
program. I am building something, but very similar because I didn't want to stretch off. I didn't want to veer off too much from what I'm building, but the course, I'm actually creating the course specifically for realtors because in Texas, and it's newly, it happened a few months ago. So I'm a provider. So people get credit who are realtors, get credit if they take my course in Texas. So I haven't launched it yet. We're on the tail end of building it, but I brought in 2 people that I'm collaborating with because I want to help. I don't want to just teach them branding. I want to teach realtors how to build their business. So I brought in somebody to help with systems, and I brought in somebody to help with networking, collaborating, and partnerships, which are super important for realtors to do. And then I would be the personal branding aspect. So we're building this course that they'll get credit for, but the whole goal is by the end of the year to then be in the 49 other states and to be able to do this. So that's a big one, but it's very super focused on realtors.
That's a very important one. I'm actually a real estate agent here in Miami, and I used to do color wheelings, and I find out that a lot of the realtors that start right now, they're totally lost because nobody's teaching them.
They feel like you're competitor, like they bring you in and then they don't teach you. Your brokers just leave you like hanging. I'm seeing that a lot, like, and I don't understand that.
Yeah, it's a waste of resources because you bring somebody in your team, you want them to sell because it's just going to help you, you know, alone. I don't know. Yeah, I think too many people are afraid. Of course, you know, half of Florida is a realtor here, right?
But you know what? But no, there's only one you. And so there is a way to stand out. There is a way to find people who connect with you. Can I tell you, you being a veteran, all veterans would want to buy from a veteran. Mm-hmm. You know, y'all have this like immediate, like it's like a connection. You just say I'm a veteran, and it's like,
okay. Yeah, because you understand what they're looking for. You know that they're just going to be here for a couple of years possible, and they want the best what they hear, the best value for them, the best value that's connected to the resources they're looking for, close to the job, and something that's going to build value while they have to pick up again and leave. It's still there. They can sell or they can choose to rent it and just have another asset. So 20 years later down the lane, you have some money saved.
Yeah. Are you still a realtor?
Yeah, I'm active. I'm actually waiting on to get my broker's license because that way I can really implement what I want to do.
Have you looked into EXP?
ESP?
Yeah.
No, which one is that one?
So it's really, it's relatively new. I would say it's a few years old but they have mentorship programs. Like, it's so incredible, like what they do. Now, I don't know if they're all successful, but I know of a few, and I know one. I would love to hook you up with, just to like, maybe you could take EXP and like explode it in Miami, because that's the disconnect or in Florida. That's the disconnect, is mentorship. And they have a super intense mentorship system.
Yeah, definitely connect me with it.
I would love it. So on Facebook, just send me your phone number and I'll connect you to, because I think it would be a great conversation. And I think there's a lot of possibility. Like, I don't know if you, and the great thing about them is you could already start to build it now. And when you become a broker, and it's just that much more support. But you don't need to be a broker. Like, they give you the support. Like, if you were, like, they give you the support, all of it, from what I understand. Because I've always been curious of like who's doing it right, and in the sense of like, because it's a lot of work. Like, it's a lot of work and there's a lot of like nuances, like contracts and this and that, and it's like, if you don't know, you're like, I don't know what to do, and then nobody wants to help you. Like, that's not okay.
And there's a lot of liability. There's a lot of expenses and a lot of responsibilities. And so what most realtors takes about a year to 2 years to sell one house, and how much they spend before they actually sell the house. So the liabilities are there. They make you responsible. So they should be actually trained in the proper way.
I know.
You make them accountable. You have to give them the tools.
And I know that EXP, they like take on all, like, let's say, because right now, like, you're not a broker yet, but they encourage, like, they will, from what I understand, that's why I'd love for you to talk to Nerissa, because I think they take on, you know, like, they take on all the responsibility, give you all the tools to be able to like grow your team like you are a broker, grow your team, but they take on the responsibility, and they have all the training, they have all the, like, it's different. That's for sure.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate the connection.
Great.
So what I'm going to do, do you want to talk about something else?
No.
This is your platform. You okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, you know, publish it and do all this stuff. I'm going to send it to you prior to publish it. Do you mind, because one of the things I want to do is actually have it posted as a YouTube video as well.
Okay.
Will you be okay with that?
Oh my God, yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah. So that's why I think Zoom is great, because you can do both. You can have a podcast and a YouTube video. So it's always better to optimize, right? So I'm going to do that, and I'm going to put it together, and it was great.
It was so nice to get to know you.
Yes, the same. And when is your event coming out?
July 18th, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Central Time.
July 18th. Okay. I will see if I can publish it before that. If no, I definitely will promote it on the. You send me the details by the test. I will definitely promote it on my social media, and I will have it on the website as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll send you. What do you need from me? Like, I'll send you like the link to where. I'll send you the link where it has like my courses and the event, because the event has the free, and then it has the VIP, and then it has like the two courses. So I'll send you that, because it also has all my information. It has a little bio of me, my husband, the company. So it has pretty much everything. Not elaborate, just super simple.
Definitely everything that you want to publish. I can add you under the episode, and also as part of the website. I can link you up. It's not a so. I don't want to promise I'm going to release the podcast before that because I know it takes a little bit of publishing all the details. But I can definitely do the promotion part.
Oh, thank you so much. If you can, that's great.
Okay, definitely. So good luck, and thank you for being one of my first guests.
Thank you. Yay! I like being one of the first.
Yes.
Okay. Have a great weekend. Happy 4th of July. And thank you for your service.
Thank you. You too. Have a good day. Bye.
You too.